11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so we got 7 and 7. All right, 7 over here. Go ahead and make yourself known. Yep, 7 over here. Excellent. 7 over here. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds while you name your team. Okay, 30 seconds while you name your team. How did that feel, y'all? All of you pointed to the exact same people in your tables. I thought that was pretty awesome. So here's the goal, y'all. These folks are gonna be competing with the game. Okay, so this half of the room is going to be cheering for this team. Okay, yes, and this half of the room is going to be cheering for this team. Now, yes, okay, now, yes. All right. Here's what I want for you to do. Excellent. Go ahead and line yourselves up for me. Go ahead and line yourselves up, 1 through 7. Go ahead and line yourselves up, 1 through 7 for me. First person here, all the way back, yep. Yes! Can we clap it up for the team? Yes! Here we go. Now, this only works if we are a professional hype squad. Now, when I say professional hype squad, I mean front row Beyonce Renaissance concert meets soccer mom, my kid just scored a goal for the first time in 10 years, means I just got a $10,000 raise, okay? So we're gonna do a quick little practice with the butterflies and Tabasco sauce. All right, y'all, here's what I wanna see. I wanna see that energy the whole time. If you can do that for me, go ahead and say, okay. Okay. Yes, here we go. There are 9 shapes. There are 9 shapes. Are we ready? Yeah. Are we set? Let's go. Here we go. Oh, we are moving and we are moving. Okay, we are moving. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Oh, we're close. We're close. Yes. Here we go. Yes. Clap it up, y'all. Clap it up. Here we go. Tabasco sauce. Do we just rotate? That's all right. Can we clap it up for our people as they exit the stage and help me put these tables back? All right, y'all. All right. Two things just happened. The first thing that just happened, we reached a collective level of effervescence. Now, effervescence is a sexy, fun word for high energy, y'all. We have the highest energy from this game. Folks were excited. I saw people standing up. I saw people taking pictures. This is where people get energized and are in harmony over some sort of something. Now, this also happens in our organizations. New member presentations, collective level of effervescence. IM game, collective level of effervescence. Now, here's the second thing that happened. The second thing that happened might not feel so common. If you notice, I didn't give a ton of instruction. I didn't give a ton of instruction about how many times each person needs to go. I didn't give a ton of instruction about how we need to line each other up. All I said was there's 7 people in each row, and whoever puts all the shapes in first wins. Now, social conditioning is a process by lines, but sometimes we learn those things implicitly, like how we watch other people behave, or how we think that something might be acceptable, so in turn, we replicate that. I remember being a new member in my organization in 2008. Now, I'm not curious what you were doing in 2008, but I was a freshman in college, y'all. And when I was a new member in 2008, all I did was replicate. And as I think about the way that this exists, it really boils down to how our brains work. Do I have any science majors in the house? Go on, raise your hand if you're science. Yes, y'all better. Clap it up for the science majors. All right, y'all, so these people that have their hands up, you can fact check me with these folks, right? Here's what I'm gonna tell you. 90 seconds of neuroscience with Nicki. Our brains make about 35,000 decisions every single day. Now, when I first learned that, I was like, there's no way I make 35,000 decisions. But as I was reading this book called Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahn, I learned that those decisions, most of them, about 95% are implicit. Where are my folks that have morning routines? Anybody have a morning routine? Yes, love that. Where are my folks that are like, I just get up and do what I need to do and go? All right, y'all, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. And here's how I know that. It's because some days I will brush my teeth, take a shower, then get dressed. Some days I will take a shower, then brush my teeth, then get dressed. Those are the implicit decisions that I am making. Those are the decisions that account for my routines. And that's how I form the routines that I have, which also informs the behavior that I do on a day in and day out basis, i.e. sometimes how late or how early I get up. Now, as we think about the way that social conditioning exists and the way in which we just experience this game together, my purpose was simple. I wanted it to be a true community event. I wanted to include even more people. Because if we included more people, then we could raise more money and we could have an impact that was even bigger. So my first order of business was to get on the agenda for the upcoming NPHC council meeting. Now, in order to prepare for this meeting, I did what any overly passionate person does. I created a very detailed PowerPoint presentation and brought it to the meeting so I could present it to the group. And it was quiet, y'all. It was really quiet, like crickets almost. And it was a little odd, but that's okay. I went to another meeting, and another, and another. But still, we were no closer to my goal of a true community event. And after meeting 9, the president of this larger council pulled me aside to chat. We were in the down under at one of those like high top tables. I distinctively remember her kind of leaning over a little bit, her on one side, me on the other. And she said, Nicki, while I do appreciate your passion for this event, and I do think you're well-intended, I don't think you're well-informed. My stomach sank. And then, I'll be honest, I felt attacked. How was she gonna tell me how informed I was about an event I loosely listened as I thought of what I was gonna say? And I remember spewing some sort of something that made somewhat sense in my head, but it probably didn't come out the way that I wanted it to. And I remember ultimately leaving that conversation feeling really deflated and confused. I thought about it for 24 hours maybe. And then those thoughts, they just kind of fizzle away. But long story short, the event happened. It was a hit. IFC and Panhellenic raised more money than we ever had before. And I loved being a student leader. Everyone congratulated me on such a successful event. Two truths existing at the same time. Y'all, I loved being a student leader. In fact, I loved it so much that I pursued a career in college student personnel so I could continue working with college students across the country. Where are my advisors at? Where are my advisors at? Okay, we see you. Yes! I went to school to do that. And when I went to school to do that, I found myself working as an assistant director at Purdue University. Hey, Purdue University. Now this was 2017, and a similar situation came up. Only this time, I was serving as an advisor to the student organizations I so desperately wanted to include in my event as a student. I was the MPHC advisor. And I remember sitting in my office when the Sigma walked in and I knew he had something to say, okay? I knew he had something to say, and he was like, Nicki, we gotta talk. And I knew what the event was about, their version of Greek Week. And I'm gonna be honest, I got a little uncomfortable because I knew that my track record was not the best in this area, but nonetheless, I sat there and I listened as any good advisor does. And what happened next changed my perspective for forever. He said, well, Nicki, I mean, they are being nice. I just wish they would understand that it's about more than that. That this planning process is about more than just being nice. And they didn't even include us from the beginning. And now they have everything all set and ready to go. And I don't know how to tell them we don't want to participate because it doesn't work for us. What they planned doesn't work for us. And I sat there and kind of sunk in my chair a little bit, got a little raspy. And I remember saying something like, I think you tell them just that. I think you tell them that inclusion is about more than just being nice. And it was in that moment I realized I've been going about this inclusion thing all wrong. See, before 2017, I was operating largely off the assumption that when you invite someone to something, you're including them. I was socially conditioned to think that. And I've spent the last 8 years of my life realizing that inclusion and community building is about more than just inviting people to things. It's about more than just being nice. And that's the problem. Our inclusion efforts, specifically in fraternity and sorority, are driven by niceness. A pull-up-the-chair mentality where we recognize that not everyone is present, so we pull up a chair to include them. The problem with this is our table wasn't built for 20 chairs. It was only ever intended for 10. And we have got to get out of the mindset that adding more is going to give us more of what we want. We don't need more chairs. We need a new table. Oh.
All right, y'all, go ahead and raise your right hand if you can hear me. Go ahead and raise your left hand if you can hear me. Let's see who's got rhythm. Hey, okay, yes, I see you, okay, yes. Here we go, here's what's gonna happen. Y'all just had a ping pong style share. Most surface level things in life are ping pong. I call it elevator talk. Many of us, when we get into our leadership roles, we ping pong. Many of you met each other maybe for the first time when you came to this conference. And we ping pong. Maybe you did it at dinner yesterday. Maybe you did it in between sessions for small talk. Folks like to call it small talk. When we ping pong, we have, I would say, between a 2 and 5% chance of actually building some sort of connection. Typically, because what we're doing is figuring out what we're gonna say next. We listen to respond instead of listen to understand. So, what would it look like if we approach conversation differently? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna change up the activity for a little round 2. And the round 2 is gonna be this. If you did not go first last time, go ahead and raise your hand for me. You are going to share your fun fact first. Let's say I joined Delta Phi Epsilon at yes, okay, yes, there's probably like 4 of us in here, shout out to y'all. I joined Delta Phi Epsilon at CMU. Yeah, all right, FIU, we see you. This person can only respond with 3 words. Tell me more. Well, my mom signed me up for the formal recruitment process, and that's how I got signed up. Oh, tell me more. And you know, I miss P&M orientation, actually. It's so funny that you say that. I miss P&M orientation because all right, go ahead and put 1 hand up if you can hear me. 2 hands up if you can hear me. Here's what I saw happen. The first time, before I even asked who is gonna be your partner, lock eyes with your partner, immediately I felt energy be sucked out of the room. Because some of y'all were like, I have to speak. And some people I saw immediately found their person. They were like, ba, I see you. The first time, the ping pong time, it felt very up. Like I felt energy, I felt excitement. The tell me more time, I started to look around the room and y'all were locking eyes with each other. You were laughing. Some of you were like really in-depth conversation. People were connecting. What would it look like if instead of going surface level, we used tell me more as a way to build community with each other? Because a lot of us in this room pretend like we're friends because we feel like we have to be. But what would it look like if it was different? What would it look like if we utilized tell me more? Now, most sessions, most speakers are gonna give you the what? The tell me more. Here's what I wanna do. I want us to go a little bit of a step further around the how. I want you to do me a favor. Get up for me, find a new friend in the room, and answer this question. What do other people always thank you for? Let's get up and find a new friend in the room. Get up and find a new friend in the room. love, love it. Now, when we tap into our inner potential, that thing that makes other people light up around us, we become better community builders. We become better leaders, but most importantly, we become better people. And when we increase trust, we can help to clarify perception. So I want you to think for a moment, what can I do with this? When I go back to the umpteen amount of other people who are not here at the SGLA conference, what am I going to be able to do with this? And for some of you, you will take that piece around tell me more, and that's how you will help to build community. For some of you who may be a little bit more overly detailed, like me, you might want the slides. So go ahead and scan that QR code for me right now. Scan that QR code for me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you these slides. Scan this QR code for me. It's going to send you the slides automatically. But as you think about what you're going to do to really take this away, how are you going to take what we learned today? How are you going to bring it back to the people that you interact with? This could be an awesome start. Now, when you think about this message around community, who might need to hear this? Recruitment counselors might need to hear this. Chapter leaders might need to hear this. Chapter presidents most definitely could hear this. Folks that are responsible for siblinghood, sisterhood, brotherhood in the chapter. Lots of folks could benefit from this message. So if you're interested in learning more about what it would be like to bring this message to your campus, just click that button. Either way, I want to give you these slides because I firmly believe in building the bench. And the more of us that can be excellent community builders, the better. Now, when I asked you to find a new friend and talk about what other people always thank you for, I had 3 beautiful humans come up here and ask, Nicki, what do other people always thank you for? Where y'all at? I'm trying to point you out. There you are, yes, okay. And y'all, I thought that was so nice. They said, Nicki, what do other people always thank you for? And for me, it's my energy. People always thank me, thanks for bringing the good energy, Nicki. Thank you for bringing the really good energy. So as my gift for you today, I would like to leave you with a little pump up energy. Now, fun fact about me, 1, I am a speaker, but 2, I own a dance studio. Do I have any dancers in the room? Okay, yes, I see y'all. Okay, I see you, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. My goal is to, in the next minute, reach a collective level of effervescence in a way that throws social conditioning out the window. So I believe there are 2 types of people in this world. 1, people who want to have fun. 2, people who want to have fun but are scared about what other people are going to think about them having fun. So what we are going to do is I want everybody to get out of your chair. We're going to put on this last song, High Blast, all the way up. And we're going to do a little follow me. Okay, we're going to do a little follow me. Good day. Here we go. Clap it out. Clap it out. We're walking. Walk it out. Here we go. We're gonna step, touch. Here we go. Here we go. We're going.
I was on stage.
Yeah.
You were, and I was the name the first.
I remember. I saw you in the back. Hey. Yes.
People always tell me my energy is good like you.
Yes.
I love that. And our advisor actually went to school with her.
Yeah.
Amanda.
Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amanda.
So you already know.
Yes.
So good.
I love that.
Yeah. It's good.
How do you feel about doing a video testimonial about the session? We'll get you on the camera and you talk about it.
Talk about
How you experienced the session, what you liked about it,
Okay.
so that I can give it to the Amandas of the world and they can get me places.
okay, I got you.
Yeah, okay, perfect. You want me to hold some? Okay, good.
All right, so what I just say? I just talk about it?
Yeah, you just talk about it.
No fun.
Community building. Oh, yeah. Just kidding. You probably want that, not me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no fluff, community building. That was the best keynote I've ever experienced in the early morning session. It woke me up, it got me fired up for the day. If y'all don't bring Nicki to y'all school, y'all are crazy. So go ahead and get up with her. She's good vibes. She's gonna put y'all on to some real good information. And yeah, it was great.
It's the energy for me! Yes! Thank you for coming so
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that too.
I like that.